And there's the one big example you set.
Yeah.
Is the need
Yeah.
to complete your education.
Yeah.
You got into music very young.
Yeah.
You started making crazy money from a very young age when you're
Yeah.
still in campus.
Yeah.
But you still found it necessary to graduate.
Yeah.
How important is it for the kids nowadays to understand the value of education and having that piece of paper at the end of it all?
Yeah. I think even when I talk to my daughter and I tell her, you know, some of these things you're doing, it's training you to live an effective life.
Yeah.
It helps you in terms of discipline.
Yeah.
It helps in terms of logic thinking. All this, because you might study this and not necessarily do it.
True.
Do something else. But that training has trained you to be better in whatever you're going to do.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes.
So why not do it? Why not go through that? And it's possible to do it. You can actually be a musician.
Yeah.
And still be doing your education. Just
Yes.
about discipline of knowing this is time for this,
Yes.
this is time for that.
Yeah.
You know? So that's one thing that I got trained through campus.
Yeah.
I was like, and I talked to my parents and I was like, I'm liking this music and them they're happy because it's earning me some money.
Yes.
So it's reducing their stress of
Yeah.
paying fees. But they just told me as long as your music, your studies are not affected,
Yeah.
then we're cool. So I would always know that if the music is now taking away from my school,
Yeah.
hold it, because I'll finish school.
Yeah.
I'll have time after that.
True.
So there are times I make that decision consciously. I'm
Yeah.
being offered good money.
Yeah.
But I have a paper to do or a project to do, and I'll be like, no. I'll not take that. And I'm like, hey man, there's demand, there's what? I'll not do that. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Let me finish this, and I did my 6 years between all that, and I was happy to get good grades on that and say,
Yes.
I have this. And it's
You're an
also a passion.
architect.
Yeah, it's also a passion I have.
Yes.
Which I always touch every so often
Yeah.
and work with some friends of mine so that I keep having that.
Yeah.
Because anyway, even in school, in campus, I would know time for music would be a break from school.
This, yes.
And when I moved to ARC, it gives me a break from that.
Yeah.
And they always say, you know, that it's as good as a rest.
Absolutely.
You know, and they're both, lucky for me, they are both creative arts.
They're both
so
creative,
they reinforce each other.
True.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so my principles I use in architecture,
Yeah.
the same principles I do use in
You
music and
music.
vice versa.
Yeah.
So,
Alright, yeah.
so it's I advise everyone to try and get those papers.
Yeah.
It's a good safety net.
True.
Because you never know.
You never know.
Especially in
True.
entertainment.
Yeah.
I'll not lie to you. Entertainment is very erratic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be big today, tomorrow
You're gone. It's over.
yeah, so especially in entertainment,
Yeah.
where you can't predict
Yeah.
brands, you can't predict market trends,
Yeah.
scandals.
Yeah. It's kind of, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd rather have
Get
something
your
to-
papers.
Get your papers.
All right, now 20 plus years in music.
Yep. Imagine, bro.
What is the one thing you're so consistently good at? Can you say it's the songwriting? It's the thinking behind the songwriting? Is it the partners used in working on the music?
Wow.
Or is it an entire package of all that?
Okay. Interesting. Let me see if I can say 3 things that I feel I've noticed over time are important. There's talent, there's discipline, and there's strategy.
Yes.
Even when I'm talking to any artists who are coming up, and I always say this any chance I get when I'm mentoring guys,
Yeah.
those 3 points: talent, strategy, and discipline. Those
Yeah.
3. Sometimes you're strong in some part and weaker in others.
Yeah.
The people who are talented but are not that disciplined.
Yes.
Or the people who are talented, disciplined but don't have strategy.
Yeah.
You know, always look at all the 3 and strengthen yourself. So
Yeah.
if you're talented but you're not that talented, maybe you have a good voice but you don't write that well.
Yes.
Get a writer. Strengthen
True.
that side
Yes.
of the angle.
Yes.
For me, I always, subconsciously initially, I would always try and strengthen my weak points.
Yes.
But now when I look back, I start realizing it was always within those 3. I'd be like, okay, fine. Talent, what do I need to strengthen on this side? You know,
You're disciplined. You're the most disciplined artist I know.
There are parts, even I myself say, I need to strengthen myself on this discipline.
Really?
I get assistance, and I'm like, okay. Because the problem with the creative arts is at times you can be in the mood
Yes.
to create, and at times you can be out of the mood to create.
Really?
Yes. There are times you might be like, it's not coming at that point. You know, and at that point, what do you do? Because you have to work, you have to produce, you have to do something. So you need to get some support in that
Wow.
in that situation.
Yeah.
Even I myself have opened myself to writers. I've always written my own things, my own music.
Yeah.
But sometimes I said, you know, open myself to the first song I was helped in terms of writing was Butterfly.
Really?
It's in Luganda.
Yes.
So
Okay.
so I needed to get some assistance in that, you know, and I told someone, this is what I want to write about. Can you help me on this? So out of that, those three points are what have guided my career.
Okay.
Over time, you get. I strengthen every time I feel I'm weak in this point. I find a way to strengthen it.
Yeah.
So that it's a full, as you say, a full package.
Yeah.
I think I'm very strategic.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that ever since I was young.
Yeah.
And if you want to work on strategy, learn how to play chess. Chess helps you strategy thinking. Even as kids.
Yeah.
I try to bring to Miso to play chess.
Yeah.
Because it helps your mind.
Yeah.
To be very strategic. How do you?
That's a very interesting lesson. Learn how to play chess.
Yeah, but if you train yourself,
chess is just all about strategy.
It's strategy, man. From the way you start, how
Yeah.
you moving this? Why are you moving this? You're moving this here. Come your plan is in another way.
Yes.
You know, and then someone does it different, and you have to hide it.
Yeah,
Because someone is seeing it.
yes.
Someone is seeing it, but they don't know what you're targeting the king. But how you get the king, they don't know.
Yes.
You know, so you have to be strategic also in that game. My writing, I like keeping it simple. I learned a principle when I was in University of Nairobi, and my strength was studio, freehand, first year. So I had done so much work.
Yeah.
So I knew now this way I have to floss.
Yeah.
So on my presentation, I put so much of my pictures up. Put few strongest, of your strongest, so that each piece can get its space.
Yes.
And I've always used that principle in my
Of simplicity.
my media. Simplicity.
But you've always kept it simple,
words,
strong, but
few
very
words,
simple.
but strong.
Yeah.
And it's simple is not easy, you know,
Yeah.
because you have to pick the right word. Sometimes I record and I go and say, no, that's not the right word. Change that
True.
word.
Like I always wonder. I look at the storyline of Volume.
Yeah.
And I just laugh because I said, how did you even think of this? But you know, the thing is with your music,
Yeah.
it'll be in your head the whole day.
Yeah.
Are you with me? You're right. Simple is not easy.
It's not easy.
But simple is easy to remember.
Yes. Exactly. Telling you.
Thank you so much for making time
it's
to
been
be
a
on Minus
pleasure,
Easy
man.
Sunday, man. I've had the morning of my life. Listen, I'm gonna finish this interview with one statement.
Okay.
And it's going directly to you.
Yep.
From me
Yep.
and every Kenyan who's followed in your journey and stayed on board, we just have one thing to tell you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the music.
Man. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Enjoy
Thanks.
the rest of your Sunday.
And I want to say thank you for loving the music, man.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. See you